Hello YouTubers, RogueMonkeyJr here, and in today's video we're going to talk about Loba. Now I've been using her pretty extensively over the past couple of days since Season 5 launched, and we're going to talk about whether or not she would be worth a buy if you don't really have the credits required to actually unlock her. So first we're going to go through her abilities a little bit, what I personally think of Loba, whether she could use a little bit of love or not, and then we're going to see which legend you might want to purchase over Loba, or maybe you want to purchase Loba after all. So let's get stuck right into this. So her abilities are as follows. Her tactical ability is called Burglar's Best Friend. Now this is her jump drive bracelet that she has on her left wrist. She throws it, and then when that thing lands, she teleports to wherever the bracelet landed. Now I tried this out in the firing range to see what the maximum distance you can get out of that jump drive bracelet is, and it seems to be 75 meters when you're on flat surface. When you're on an incline hill, for example, you might get shorter distance, and if you're on top of that incline and you're throwing it downwards, you might get some extra distance, but generally speaking, you're going to get about 75 meters off of that, and you can't really throw it all that high, so you got to be kind of selective of where you're throwing that tactical jump drive bracelet. Next, her passive ability, Eye for Quality. Now, this one allows you to see nearby epic and legendary loot through walls. Now, if you're in direct vicinity of that and you have a direct line of sight, it's not going to glow or highlight. It has to be behind cover or through wall, or you can even see inside of loot bins. So in my opinion, this is actually pretty good. It shows you where you should go first to get the better quality items, and it seems to also have a cutoff distance of about 75 to 80 meters. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can see in the footage that it was give or take 75 to 80 meters, to which you could see the loot through the walls. Next, we have her ultimate ability, which is called Black Market Boutique. So this places a portable device that allows you to teleport nearby loot to your inventory. Now this ability has about the same range as Eye for Quality, and when you're actually going to put it down, you can see on the minimap the radius which will be affected by the Black Market Boutique. Now once you place this Black Market Boutique down, you then have to open it up, see all the loot that's in it, and then choose 2 items. So you need to be pretty selective on what you need and or take, and once you choose that item and it goes into your inventory, then it disappears from wherever it was spawned in that vicinity. So this Black Market Boutique doesn't actually suck all the loot into it, it just shows you whatever is available in that 75 meter radius, and then when you take it, then it disappears off of the map. So don't think that you're going to be stealing somebody's loot in a building that's 75 meters away just for putting the Black Market Boutique down. You actually have to physically take the item out of the boutique and have it in your inventory. Alright, so moving on to my opinion on Loba, and we're going to go a little bit over how you can use these specific abilities. So obviously, the jump drive bracelet is really good to get out of sticky situations or be used in flanking. You have to be careful though, because the enemies can see the streak in the air from the trajectory of the bracelet, so you have to be careful about that. And you're also vulnerable once you land wherever the bracelet was, because you won't have a gun out right away. You have to take the bracelet and put it back on your wrist. But in my opinion, this can lead to some crazy flanks and plays, and I have done so, and you can get up to places that most people won't be able to get up to unless they have an Octane or they are Pathfinder. So the Eye for Quality, obviously really good for the beginning. If you're jumping hot, you can see all the items from through the walls, and you're gonna know where to go and make a priority to go, pick up the purple body armor and pick up, the gold backpack or whatever it is. It's gonna give you an advantage of knowing where to go before everybody else. Other than that, I mean, it's a pretty decent passive, nothing to write home about. Next, moving on to the Black Market Boutique. Now this one, I think it could use a little bit of love. I personally think 2 items is a little bit too little to actually make this ult really viable. I actually found this ult was best utilized when you're in a bad situation. For example, you're the last man in your squad, you're completely out of meds, you need to find some meds really quickly. Boom, put the Black Market Boutique down, open it up, take the meds that you need out of there. Or when you just respawned your teammate, the circle's coming in, he needs to get at least a gun and some body armor. Boom, pop the Black Market Boutique, he gets to rummage through that real quick, pick 2 items, and you're gone. So that is where I found this ult was the most useful. For a general ultimate, I mean, it's okay, but more often than not, if you have the time and you're not really in a dangerous situation, it's just as easy to go through the buildings and look through all the items yourself, because you can only pick 2 items out of this, so you have to be really selective on what you pick. You can also pick items out of enemy black market boutiques, so when you and your team are done with your black market boutique, make sure you collapse it and you get rid of it by pressing H if you're on PC. And console players, I'm not sure what the button is, but yeah, make sure that you actually press H and collapse that black market boutique so people don't use it against you. I did that a couple of times to enemy Lobas that left their black market boutique lying around. I went there, took some items that I really needed or were useful to me, and then ended up killing them in the process. So you got to be careful about that. One note that I would like the tactical ability to have is not automatically throw it. Kind of take it out like a grenade, or like Bangalore and Gibby's ult. You actually take it out and then you have to click to throw it, as opposed to having to hold the ability button and when you release it, then you throw it. That's just a little note. And you can also decide when you want the jump drive bracelet to hit the ground. So if you think you overthrew it, then you can left click and it'll go down straight away, and then when it's down on the ground, you're going to teleport to it. So anyways, moving on to whether Loba is worth a buy or not. If you don't have enough legend tokens to purchase her and you have to pick and choose between which characters you'd want to buy, I would personally maybe go for a Revenant if you are an aggressive player, because his tactical ability is incredibly powerful. Silencing all abilities of your enemies for 20 seconds is massive. It is a massive advantage. I would also probably pick Caustic over Loba for the simple fact that he is a beast. You know, when you throw that gas on your enemies, you can block doors with his tactical ability. So those are probably the 2 characters I would pick over Loba. I think Loba could use a little bit of love. I don't think she's going to be the top picks for like ranked or the top of the ladder. I think people are still going to stick with Watson, Wraith, Revenant, and Gibby, and possibly even Mirage, because he got a pretty decent rework as well. But anyways, these are my thoughts on Loba. If you have the legend tokens, go for it, have some fun. You can do some crazy plays with her tactical ability. If you don't have legend tokens and you're not sure whether you want to pick her up or not, I think there are better choices right now if you really want to play ranked and, you know, rank up on the competitive ladder. So anyways, those are my thoughts on Loba. Let me know what you think of her in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.